Okay, let's talk about the market and what it is doing. So, November numbers are out, and overall, the markets are looking good. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between Seattle markets and the rest of the country because a lot of people look at the news and think, oh my gosh, we're in a buyer's market, here we go. Are buyers stronger than they have been in Seattle in years? Absolutely. Is it a buyer's market? No. We are very much in a balanced market across the board. Over 50% of houses are still selling within 30 days. So houses are coming on and they're selling. More inventory, so more choices. So definitely where things used to sell in like 15 days, now it is 30, so a little more, but that's far different from what we see across the country where houses will sit for like 90 days plus, if not even longer. So the Eastside is still dropping down. At the beginning of 2025, we were seeing about an average price of, or median price, excuse me, of 1.7. Now they're down to 1.4. So definitely coming down, but still moving, still, sellers are being okay with getting a little bit less money. So houses are still moving, and buyers are going to have to still bring some pretty serious funds. We are not at the bargain basement. This is not the time to go in with the lowest offer ever. This is a time to have your agent work with the selling agent if you're buying, and to have conversations about what the seller can tolerate. And then same thing on the buyer side. It's really important that sellers are being realistic, because buyers are going to be coming on with some lower offers, and that in no way is a reflection of your home, what you've done, or the value. It purely is just what the market is telling buyers to do and what's being tolerated as far as offers coming in. So, should you buy now or should you not? Well, ultimately, that is a personal choice that you have to make based on where you are financially and, with your pain points. Is your house just way too small and another month there is just going to drive you insane? Now's a good time to buy. And especially if you can afford it and you're ready. If you're watching things and you're like, I'm going to wait till those rates hit rock bottom, we're not hitting rock bottom. So one scenario that you can do, that you can look for, talk to your agent about, is looking for assumable loans. So are we going to get back down to 4%? Probably not. Probably not in 26, probably not in 27. You're going to be waiting quite a while. But if you're really looking for that low rate, you can either look at new construction because they're offering some rate buy downs, or you can look at existing homes and see if the loan that the seller has is assumable, which means that you talk to the lender and you just basically take it over. And then they talk about how to work through the difference of what's on the loan versus what you're buying the home for. So your agent can help you with all that, but those are going to be the best ways to be looking at getting creative with your loan, unless you really are okay waiting for several years. And it's okay if you're not ready. It's okay to wait for several years. But that does mean that you are not going to put yourself in the driver's side as far as building your wealth quite as quick, because the quicker you get into a home, the quicker you start earning in the home. And that it is, you're paying down your interest, and we can talk about strategies of how to do that throughout the year so that you get equity in your home quicker. But you cannot build equity in a home if you do not own the home. So just something to think about. Whose money do you want to be putting that into? Whose pocket do you want to put that money into every month? Yours or your landlord? Overall, the market is doing great, and it's a great time to buy and sell a home in Seattle. The new year will bring more inventory. Hearing a lot of people talking about getting homes ready to bring onto the market starting in January. But there's really great inventory right now. There's some buyers, but not tons of buyers, so you don't have a lot of competition looking at homes. And I think that sellers are being prepped that in the new year, it's going to be a little bit different. There might be a little bit of a bump up in price, but not what we usually see. And that buyers are aware that there's going to be more inventory and that they can be a little more choosy So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but I think it's going to be a really great year. And yeah, reach out if you have any questions or you would like to talk about how I can help you.